Hello and welcome. Today we're going live on Angelika's page and in Ask Angelika as well on YouTube. And of course, I said earlier, live on the website. We'll be with you in 14 seconds. 10 seconds. We're good to go in a minute. Well, a few seconds really. Okay. And the clock and the card will disappear. And we're here. Hello, Angelika.
Hello, Stephen.
It's good to see you. Right. Okay. Now, first thing we've got to do is to say welcome to the show. And then along the bottom, it should read, if I take that one off, Ask Angelika, German language tuition, idioms and tongue twisters, C.
Yeah.
Angelika, would you like to explain?
Shall I explain the long way around, because it's going to be a very short show? We started 2 shows ago to look at some idioms and some tongue twisters, and I thought to make it easier for me to choose, because there are so many and I didn't really want to spend every 2 weeks randomly choosing some. I thought we'd go across the alphabet, which was nice and easy with A, and B, it will be lovely. And well, actually, there's so much choice for D. It's going to take me a while to choose which ones to take. But if you go and have a look in the dictionary, there aren't many words. Never mind idioms and tongue twisters beginning with the letter. Well, there aren't many words beginning with the letter C. And I thought first I wouldn't find anything. But I found a very few, but I had to do, well, it's not cheating as such, but some of them are just not just the letter C. It's more like the CH.
Okay.
I found 1, 2, 3, 4 idioms and 1 tongue twister.
Right. And the way this works is, as Angelika said, she's got 4 sentences in German, which I will read out, and Angelika will correct my pronunciation. If you want to read along with me, then nobody can hear you, so you're safe. And then we'll translate each sentence, or not translate each sentence. This is, well, you'll find out if we start with the first sentence and say hello to Chris, who's saying hello, Stephen and Angelika.
Hello, Chris.
Right. Okay. So phrase number 1. Der Casus Knacksus.
Yes, that's like an English KN, isn't it? Der Casus Knacksus.
Knacksus.
Yeah.
So the N is not silent.
Oh, no. And the K isn't silent either. So knack. And you'll find out in a minute when we find out what it means, you know why that's really important in this case.
Got it. This is going to be the first possibly of 4 where I have no idea. Can you help?
No, it's a mixture of Latin and wordplay.
Well, Casus is house.
No, casus. It's been taken originally. It's been taken from casus belli, and that casus belli is the reason for a war.
Cause of war, yeah.
Yeah, or the cause of war. The cause of war or the reason for a war. So Knaxus just rhymes with casus. It floats well, yeah. And knacken or knack, that is the sound, or that's what Germans think when you're crunching something makes.
So
yeah, go on.
The cause of the crunching.
No, it's the crunch factor or the decisive factor. It's the factor that tells you that's the one we're doing. So it's not the reason for war, but it's the crunch factor that decides something. And in English, we'll say the crunch factor. And in German, we just made a wordplay out of it, because crunch is knacken, and therefore it's der Casus, but it needs to rhyme with casus, so it's Knaxus. It's not a real word.
Not a real word?
Nope.
Dear me. Okay, just let me make one slight adjustment. Okay, right. So the translation then is not literal. The translation is the crunch, the decisive factor.
Ja.
Okay.
Das ist der Casus Knacksus.
Right. Phrase 2. Einen Gang nach Canossa, machen.
Yeah. So that's one way of finding a word with the letter C, if you find a place that begins with C. Einen Gang nach Canossa machen.
So Canossa is a place.
Yeah.
Good. A gang is not gang, is it?
No.
No. Okay. What is gang?
Right. Well, we have it. It's short. Well, it's not quite, but we have the word Spaziergang.
To go for a walk, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a walk. So literally, it's sort of a walk to do a walk, or yeah, take a walk or take a trip to Canossa.
Take a trip to Canossa, but that is not the literal translation. That's not the correct translation, is it?
No, that would be the literal translation. But does it mean anything to you?
Yeah. No. I'm told you I'm going to get 0 out of 4 this week. Chris, help. Okay, so
well,
that
if you put the English translation, not translation. In English, we have an idiom for that as well, which to me doesn't mean anything.
To eat humble pie.
Yeah. What pie is that?
It's humble pie.
Yeah. What can you eat it? Where does that come from?
It's not an edible pie. Or it could have been an edible pie a long time ago, but it means that you said something and you were totally wrong, and you're now apologizing, and you're now going to eat humble pie and take whatever consequences there are and tell the correct story rather than the one that stretched the truth a bit. And
the German meaning, Einen Gang nach Canossa machen, comes from, and I'm glad I've written this down because otherwise I wouldn't remember the words. In 1077, King Henry IV had to travel to Canossa in Italy to ask Pope Gregory the Seventh to lift the ban on the church.
Ah, okay, and
that's where it came from.
And Chris is saying to do penance.
To do penance, yeah.
Yeah. Well done, Chris.
So to eat humble pie, yeah, if you were to translate that literally into German, no German would know what one of those is.
Phrase 3. Die Chemie stimmt.
Die Chemie. Die Chemie.
Chemie.
Yeah.
Chemie. Now, if that was French, I would know what it was, but it's not.
You had it in the German lesson yesterday.
I did, yes, I know, but that was yesterday. That was ages ago. Die Chemie stimmt. Stimmt is correct.
Mm-hmm.
So the correct. It's not chemistry, is it? No.
It is.
No. Oh, right. The correct chemistry.
Well, no, it doesn't say die stimmt. It says die Chemie stimmt. The chemistry is correct, or as we say in English, the chemistry is right.
Chemistry, right? It's when things fit together.
Yeah, especially like when you were like two people and the chemistry is just right. So that's pretty close in English and in German. Actually, it is exactly the same in English and in German.
And the chemistry is right. So, on to phrase 4. On to phrase 4. Nicht alle auf dem Christbaum haben.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris, take a comment from Chris, and I'll come back to that. A comment from Chris is there's a click between persons.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes, when the chemistry is right.
Got it right. So, phrase 4. Nicht alle auf dem Christbaum haben.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nicht alle auf dem Christbaum haben.
It's not the full Christmas tree.
You're close. It's not, basically sort of not having everyone on the Christmas tree. But what would the meaning be?
Right. To not have all your chairs at home. Well, there is a sort of similar one about a Schrank, isn't there?
Yeah, nicht alle Tassen im Schrank haben.
Nicht alle.
Again, yeah, that's not having all the cups in the cupboard. Yeah, here I think it came from, especially if you're thinking of lights, somebody who is clever, normally sort of seen as a bright person. And if a Christmas tree is missing lights and whatever else, they're probably not very clever, or they're out of their mind even.
They're not complete.
It's
They're not whole.
This saying I don't think is used that much anymore. It's probably not a very commonly used one at the moment, but I was struggling to find things with C or CH.
You did well. And translation is be out of your mind. Okay, now on the next one, we do the English first, and then we do the German second. Because, well, let's look at the English, and I'll read the English hopefully correctly. So press 5.
This is a tongue twister.
No, it's okay. A little Chinese ball, little Chinese ball, little Chinese ball.
And I think what makes it more difficult is because this tiny little phrase, little Chinese bowl, is being said 3 times, and that makes it really hard. It's not even that easy in English. You can just about do it. But when you come to see the German one, say it 3 times. I may challenge you to say it fast as well.
Okay, I'm game. Shall we reveal?
Go on.
German phrase. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to read it slowly first. Chinesisches Schüsselchen. Chinesisches Schüsselchen. Chinesisches Schüsselchen. Chinesisches Schüsselchen.
You can see the difficult bit here. You've got the CH and then an SCH and another SCH and a CH again, and then times 3. Chinesisches, I'll do it slow as well. Actually, I don't even think I can do it fast. Chinesisches Schüsselchen, Chinesisches Schüsselchen, Chinesisches Schüsselchen.
We'll get this right by the end of the program. I know we will. Chinesisches Schüsselchen, Chinesisches Schüsselchen, and Chinesisches Schüsselchen, which is about as close as I'm going to get, really.
That was a lot better than the first one.
Okay, and we say hello to Krenda. What the?
He probably just joined when you did the the tongue twister.
Could well be. And I missed something. I'll catch up in a minute. Right. Okay. This is Disability Week, Angelika. What would be in England? What would be the translation of Disability Week in German?
I actually don't know.
I'll go with the easy bit. I'll say Woche.
Yeah, but I do not know. I would have to look that one up.
Right. We'll hold that over.
Because there are so many words for disability, and there's so many words you're not supposed to use and you are supposed to use, and I actually wouldn't know at the moment.
So we'll hold that over, and as soon as we find out the answer,
I'll reply in the comments. Yeah.
Right.
And I'll find out if it is in England, in Germany as well, or whether it's at a different time.
Yeah. No, when we started these programs, it was a way of actually getting people to know about Ask Angelika, Angelika's German language tuition and translation. And we used to market things, used to advertise things. I'm loving it. And today is day 5 in life. Excellent. Well done, Corinda. 5 days. in 5 consecutive days of going live. Right.
That's very good. I mean, I'm struggling with once every fortnight.
Yeah. Okay. And yes, you are definitely doing a lot of tasks. Okay, right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to rewind to the beginning, to the very first phrase. So if you're watching us now and you missed how we started with this. This is Ask Angelika's German language tuition, idioms and tongue twisters, and it's definitely a tongue twister this week. And Angelika's covering letter C. This is season 4, episode 3. So you can go back and you can look at tongue twisters for A and B. Okay, phrase 1.
Der Casus Knacksus.
Which the literal translation didn't quite work, but translates
They never work, or very rarely work. That's why they're idioms. That's why everybody is interested in them.
Okay. And phrase 2.
Einen Gang nach Canossa machen.
And the translation, or the English equivalent, is to eat humble pie. Dropping my H's then and finding a few extra ones.
I have to have a look where that comes from, actually. I don't know.
Yeah.
Die Chemie stimmt.
Okay, and I wanted to say the hard CH as in chemie. So chemie is the correct one. The chemistry is right. Okay, phrase 4, if I can find it again, is there. And Angelika?
Nicht alle auf dem Christbaum haben.
Oder nicht alle Taschen im Schrank.
Yeah, but don't say that now. No, I don't have anything for tea.
Sorry. And not have all the, yes, both mean to be out of your mind. Okay, now I get to say the next bit.
Yes.
Don't I? Little Chinese ball, little Chinese ball, little Chinese ball. Which was easy to do. Angelika, it's over to you.
Not quite so easy in German. That's why it's a tongue twister. Chinesisches Schüsselchen, chinesisches Schüsselchen, chinesisches Schüsselchen.
Yeah, well done. I mean, it's the sound as well, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And it's if you only had to say it once, that wouldn't be quite so bad. Chinesisches Schüsselchen. You can just about do that. But having to repeat that then 2 more times, that's what makes it really hard. And then, of course, you're supposed to say it really fast, which I won't attempt either.
Well, I'm just going to go Chinese. No, I'm not. Okay. Do you want to talk about Wednesday or not?
Well, then I need to say a bit more. Then I need to go back to 1984. Because I came to the UK in 1982, and 2 years later I became a British citizen because I wanted to be able to vote, which I couldn't do in those days, and I wanted to be able to get involved in politics. And it didn't make any difference whether I had a British passport or a German one, because in the EU it was all the same for everybody until the referendum, where the government decided that we don't really need any freedom of movement and things like this. And that's when I really felt, I wish I hadn't lost my German nationality. But thanks to a friend who pointed out that I could ask for it back, I made the application 3 years ago, and it's taken 3 years of lots of paperwork and stress. But on Wednesday, we went to London and I finally collected my nationality, my German nationality, and I am now a dual national.
And you have a little badge.
Yes, I do. I don't know where it is. Oh,
it's okay. Angelika has a badge. Have you got the badge?
I've got the badge, but I need to take off the back, otherwise it won't look good. And I need to make sure I'm holding it the right way.
Of course. But very few people have got these.
And I need to make sure go to the right bit on the camera. It's not that easy, really, is it? There's both flags. It's both flags on there. It's very tiny.
Yeah.
But at the moment, it feels like it's the best bit of jewellery I've had for a long time.
Well, I mean, you as you say, you had to work for 3 years to actually get it, and it wasn't straightforward. And well done, and congratulations on being German again.
Yeah, now I'm both.
German and British.
Yeah.
So to close the broadcast, Angelika, it's over to you.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you for watching. In the next show, we have the letter D, and I've already seen lots of choices. So I will actually have to decide which ones to use, so we don't have a 3-hour show, which will be a lot better than the letter C.
What letter C did as well, and we learnt a lot, and we learnt basically about, well, everything we've gone through today. So enjoy the replay, and we'll be back in
2 weeks' time.
2 weeks' time.
July. Yeah. It's the 2nd of July.
Right. And Chris is saying congratulations, Angelika.
Oh, thank you. Danke.
Leave that there for a second, and take care, everybody. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
If not before.
Just from here.
Well, just from here.